everyone talks about how important a deadlift is, and it is very, very important. So what I do with a deadlift is I combine it with that hinging at the hips, which is really important. Again, remember, hinging at the hips doesn't mean bending over. That's not hinging at the hips. It's literally as if there was a hinge here and you put your chest forward. That's a great, great stretch for your hamstrings. So if we want to do that with a deadlift, we grab a kettlebell, we have straight arms, we hinge at the hips and drop it down to the ground and hold. And that is adding some extra load to those hamstrings and my quads, and I come back up. Deadlift, so my head stays straight up, and it's really just a hinge at the hip with a weight, which is just gonna add that bonus strength to it. Another exercise that we wanna do, we did the band work with walking, but you also wanna do the band work just stationary, where you lay down on the ground and you just hold. So I hold for 10 seconds and I let it go. Hold for 10 seconds. So I do 5 of these, and then I take my knees up, so it's just a slightly different angle, and I hold 10 seconds. So these are called isometrics when you hold like this. And that is building strength in my hip, which is helping to offload my IT band from pushing too hard. People tend to get IT band problems, they get knee problems because their IT band works instead of their hip. So you want to keep those hips nice and strong. Of course, we would do that to both sides. So just picture yourself with a mug here, and you don't want to spill that mug. A quad exercise that you can do without going to the gym. Now you would need to do this on a chair or on your bed. So this is not what I suggest you do, but I'm going to do it here for our sake. So I'm here, I've got the band around my ankles, and I am going to lift my leg. So right now I'm getting some quad work because that is a lot of tension on that band. I'm also getting some good work on this leg too. But like I said, do this on your bed or on a chair, and then lower. And you're holding, you're doing an isometric, you're holding this for 10 seconds. That's just like doing a quad press in the gym. Probably, maybe not as much weight because I'm doing it with a band, but the act of holding it for an extended period of time really develops that strength. And then of course, I would do it with the other leg. Press and hold, 10 seconds. We want nice strong quads because that's our shock absorber. That's what's going to take the stress off of our knees. Everyone talks about bad knees. So we've got our band around our ankles, we've got our quad work, and then the other really important component of our strength for running and for our knees is the adductors. So that's inside here. You can do this with a ball, a pillow. You just want to put it in between your thighs and squeeze. And that's working your adductors. And I'm just going to hold and squeeze. And I'll hold that for 10 seconds. Again, that's an isometric. So that's giving me some good strength. So if I have strength here, and I have strength here, and I've got strength in my hips, one more part of the equation around those knees is my hamstrings. So I've got this adductor press. And then I'm going to work my hamstrings by doing hamstring curls. I don't have a hamstring curl machine here, but I sure have a ball. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my heels into that ball. I'm at 90 degrees, and I'm going to roll that ball away. So right now, I'm working my hamstrings. And I'll do that 10 to 12 times. And so I'm working my glutes, I'm working my hamstrings, and now we've done all the great components around the knee for some good stability. The ankles and the feet are also really, really important to take care of. We already talked about dorsiflexion. I can also grab this little ring and I can put it into a wall like that, lift up this leg, and you'll be surprised how hard my stabilizing leg is working and my stabilizing foot is working. So I'm getting some nice footwork by driving in here, as well as hip work as well. So this would be a nice exercise. Of course, I would do it going the other direction as well. So the leg that is holding comes up, and now I get stability through that other foot. So we're taking care of all the elements of our running stride. Of course, great to go to a gym, but you can also do it at home with a couple of dumbbells, a couple of kettlebells, and some bands. So give those exercises a try.